Hey, this is Harmonic Blue. We're here with HandsDownMusic.net, and you can check us out on Facebook, /Harmonic Blue. I'm Anthony.
I'm Gabe.
I'm Zach.
Harmonic Blue is a band. I mean, it's a project that we conceived. Anthony and I knew each other in high school. We started loosely jamming, and then we went separate ways in college, and I met Zach. Zach and I started playing music together about 2 years in. Anthony hopped on board and brought his childhood friend with him, and that's what Harmonic Blue became.
What really made you the decision to really come together and make the band? Yeah, you met each other, but what really was the defining factor?
It was out of desperation. There was no one else to make music with. These guys like the same kind of stuff I do.
It's kind of funny.
I can gel with them,
and
then that's that.
What are each of your backgrounds in music?
Yeah.
Nothing.
In
terms of what instruments you play, what really got you into being kind of the musician you guys are right now?
All right, yeah. I mean, for me, I've always loved rock music from a really early age. That's just a product of my parents playing it around the house. So I didn't really start playing guitar until I was 13 or whatever, but I would just put on records that I was listening to at the time and play with the records. So when I was 13, I used to listen to a lot of Nirvana, and then I grew into Hendrix, and now I'm into a lot of blues music. So as long as, for me, I've always learned just by listening and playing back what I hear. So I don't really have any formal education with music. I can't even read music, which seems to be a pretty common theme. But I think sometimes it's good to be like that, because you're not really constrained by what the traditional rules of music's supposed to be. You kind of play however you feel.
I started playing guitar junior year in high school, which is when I first really fell in love with listening to music. And then I got my first computer, a MacBook, freshman year, and started producing on GarageBand. And then when he hopped on board, I played guitar in the band for for 2 years. And then he hopped on board, and I hopped over to bass.
The band, to clarify, was Zach and Gabe.
Yeah.
Jamming in the dorm room.
No, we played 3 or 4 shows around campus. But then I started playing bass, and since I've been playing bass for a year and a half now, and no looking back.
I started taking piano lessons in elementary school, but that lasted for about 4 or 5 years, and I stopped doing anything. And I obviously can't recall too much right now, but picked up guitar when I was probably around 14 years old. Dabbled in it, kind of in and out, and I really didn't start playing guitar and writing music until I met Gabe freshman year in college. So that definitely kind of sparked my interest, and I kind of came back around. I did some songwriting in high school, here and there, but it wasn't really anything complete.
The music I first fell in love, I actually started, the first music I ever fell in love with was old Delta blues, 1920s, 30s, old Mississippi Delta blues. That was when I got the guitar, started playing slide guitar, and then from there it kind of just branched out into a tree of different things.
It wasn't one specified thing. It's kind of just it's just cool to have a bunch of different places where it come from.
Right.
I think the music sounds like that too.
Definitely. Yeah, I think
it is not really It's always sucks when we have to send an email to get a gig, because there's always the question what's your genre, and if you respond with rock, most of the time people just assume that you have the amps cranked to 14 and it sounds like arena. Well, I mean, I like a loud guitar just as much as the next guy, but I don't think that I guess to me the music sounds like a culmination of all of the stuff we listen to. So that's always the best way to describe how we sound, I guess.
You guys opened up for Dean's List and D.O.B. at Art Attack. What really was that for you? How exactly did that? What was it like?
We've been planning that for almost a year, just recording a new album, having it done by then, winning the Battle of the Bands, all the different stuff had been in the works, coming from a bunch of different angles, and it all kind of just converged on this one date, and it was everything we could have asked for.
Yeah,
there were not any complications. Everything went smooth as hell. It was awesome.
We had these little whiteboard sessions, and we actually had it written on there to open Battle of Bands. It was a far-fetched goal, but we probably wrote that down for I guess like over a year ago, junior year, I believe. So it's pretty cool how we actually put together and made it happen.
I think like it was kind of a monument for us just because when we first started, it was such an informal thing, like playing together. Like they met in a dorm room. Like I just knew Gabe in high school, and we were just like some kids jamming. And it just turned into this thing where it was like, this kind of sounds good, so maybe we should like play a show. And then we started playing shows, and like people started coming out and like liking it. So we were like, well, shit, maybe we should just keep doing this.
With no drummer too.
Yeah, with no drum. Yeah, we didn't even have a drummer for a while, and then we got a drummer, and then next thing you know, we're like opening up for VOB. So I think really what it like meant to us was just like, if nothing's like that far out of reach, if you plan it right, and you stick to the plan, hopefully you can get where you want to go.
So yeah, you've already dropped one EP, and last fall, and you have that new single as well. So what really should people expect from you, like your fans? Like what should they look forward to?
Basically, like we had the EP come out when on the same day that we opened for B.O.B. and then we were like, okay, this is like our CD. We sound like this is something good enough to get behind. So we're just gonna.
And how about in terms of music rather than the touring?
Oh,
We're writing new music.
yeah, new music's happening all the time.
Setting up a new studio in the basement, and we're gonna start recording and producing music all summer. Just like
So hopefully
getting like rough drafts together with the intentions of going into like a professional studio at year end, about January 2013.
So hopefully we'll have a full length out in another year. So that's another thing that we'll put on the whiteboard,
Yeah.
We're Harmonic Blue, and we got a new EP, Billboard Gazy. Check it out. It's Pay What You Want on Bandcamp. So hope you enjoy it.
Awesome. Okay, thanks guys.
Yeah, thank you.
I really appreciate it.